Good evening everyone, welcome back to Tom Plays Europa Universalis 4 for absolute beginners. We are back with Great Britain and hopefully my microphone's more audible this time. Okay, so gearing up to attack Norway again, assuming Portugal can leave us alone. Could do with recovering more manpower, at least to the point that our armies are the right size. And one thing that I did forget last time was we finished the diplomacy. Oh, that's fine. Tech tree. Oh, we've lost Luxembourg then. Lost Luxembourg. Lost our claim on Luxembourg. That's Friesland, isn't it? That's fine. So yeah, we finished diplomatic ideas, so while that is fantastic, it would also have given us access to some new decisions. I'm guessing there weren't any administrative ones, but we might want to look at the others in case some are better than the ones we have now. So at the moment, ours are mostly geared towards settlers, which is great, but maybe not as important these days. Got anything military-wise? Manpower recovery speed would be useful. Actually, let's go with that. Anything diplomatic? Well, diplomatic reputation is always good. Global trade power would be awesome. Yeah, at some point we're going to want to revoke these. Not in too big a hurry right now, but I'm happy to have the global trade power as we work on paying these off. So what are we on? 43. Okay, 43 loans. Hopefully we can get these down while we attack Norway. So thinking of using purely our own troops for this. This is part of the problem with the loans. Every time we have to renew one, our inflation goes up, which is why I've been spending immense amounts of admin power, reducing it to 0 to 3.6. Last time I looked, we were below 2%, so I couldn't reduce it. So yeah, we're wasting an awful lot of admin power with all of this. It's never a good position to be in. Okay, free spy. Well, let's spy on Burgundy again and renew our claim on Luxembourg and anywhere else Burgundian. We have quite a bit of spy network accumulated for Castile and Portugal. That's all Florida up there. Yeah, that's a separate nation. So we probably want to grief, how many claims have we got? Well, let's focus on Portugal anyway, because that's what we mostly care about. Right. So if we start up here, in fact we should probably start here. Let's do a claim here. No, for some reason this is not working. Are you sure? I'm not totally sure it's not working. Let's check British Brazil, because I know for a fact that we've lost our claims down here. So Portuguese Brazil, Alright, maybe we've still got some claims in the other places. Okay, we'll start with Portuguese Brazil then. At least get a couple of claims on every Portuguese nation. So the idea is they lose 2 provinces, we gain 2 provinces. That's a change in the balance of power by 4 provinces. And if we do that for every colonial nation, it's going to make quite a difference. Should at least dissuade them from attacking them, if nothing else. What else? Okay, we annexed a nation in Australia. Here we go. So we could do with moving them to join our main Pacific Army. Such as it is. I suppose really they should live, well, there's no particular reason they should live there, to be fair. What on earth is this? Alright, Hindu zealots. Okay, so burghers have the highest loyalty. So let's side with the clergy. Repay a loan, extend the other loan. Attack on our peaceful settlement. Okay, brilliant. I think that is pretty much everything. Let's load you up and take you down to La Plata, Florida Bianca. I'm hoping that one army will be enough down there once it's back up to 50. So this army, I think, is the one that's healing the fastest. Excellent. Portugal declaring war on people. People who aren't us. Newfoundland declared war on Holland. Okay. That's a little worrying. Munster attacking Friesland. Hang on, where are these places? Alright, they're fine. They're places that that our own colonies actually have. Looks like we just got heavy frigates, so it might be a good time to build trade ships. Okay, well, it would appear that our colonial nations aren't hanging around. They're going to grow their own power, which is good. Oh, right. Looks like Pomerania has effectively killed Holland. Good grief. So I guess that purely is a colonial battle now. Gain nationalism casus belli against all countries with provinces of our culture group. So I think this is to do with gaining diplomatic power. It tends to happen later in the game, but this is generally better than attacking because you have a claim. Oh, and imperialism I think is even better, so that's normally you get that sooner, I think, but we had to we basically made a lot of sacrifices to our technology in order to get this powerful. Of course. Looks like... Actually, I should probably pause that, because that's still probably enough to make some kind of claim. I can even make a claim down here. There's no way to make a claim on some of these islands. Doesn't mean we can't take them, but there's no way to make a claim on them. Right, let's try this again. Seems hard to believe we've got claims on all of... Oh, there's one. Okay, might actually stop this spy network. And let's just check this. So British Brazil is low. I think we were about to start improving relations, but we may have forgotten. Yeah, didn't get round to it, so that's fine. I don't know, let's do British West Indies. Hang on, let's not, they're already on plus 200. Let's find someone who isn't on plus 200 already. 13 colonies, they'll do. Hang on, we're already improving with them. Fine, British Louisiana. No, apparently everyone loves us. Fantastic. Okay, Australia. Try and improve relations with them a bit. Right, so this is good. They're actually up to 50, but they're not taking damage. I think it's partly due to having a general and various other factors. So that actually gives us a bit of a stay of execution on starting the war. Let's bring you back to Hampshire. See how this war's going. Oh, interesting. Right, and sure, at one time you couldn't colonise over colonial boundaries, so this being part of the normal land of British Louisiana would have stopped us building a colony here. Well, that's good. Oh. Okay then, apparently we can't build a colony, but that went to British Louisiana. Okay. Bizarre, but fine. That's good anyway. It's made British Louisiana slightly more powerful, hopefully. A very different colour. Not going to worry. Just keep the colonies going, wherever they are and whoever they go to. Ooh. Hadn't spotted that one. Okay. Pretty standard. Lost a claim on Toledo. Repay loan. Extend loan. Military access, that's fine. I think both of those colonies are done now. Can we do colonies in any of these places? Well, we can do one there. Oh right, brilliant. These guys are meeting up. That's also British Louisiana. Just thinking any colonies we send to any of these places are probably going to get trampled. Might be better to just stick with 2, so we've actually got a chance of reaching them. Nothing else, it'll save us a bit of money, I guess. Technology, the Constitution, okay. Might. We don't have anything that we can't access. Right, so we probably want to take a military idea and check the tech levels. But yeah, military technology is furthest ahead, and we've definitely been hurting in our wars. So at the moment we have quality ideas, and that's all. No wonder we're struggling. Okay, defensive ideas is probably less useful this late in the game. I think we should go for offensive. Next. Land leader shock will improve our generals, which is good, because they're all dying off. Senates, yep. Recruitment time isn't something I'm particularly excited about. Is France about to kick off with the wars of religion? I would have thought it was a bit late for that. Okay. Oh, good grief. Need to remake these claims. They are the entire point of the upcoming war. And let's do Burgundy while we're at it. Get Luxembourg again. Another loan repaid. Extend a couple more. Losing more generals, etc. We probably need to rebuild them. Even though it would be kind of useful. Oh yeah, it probably is useful, to be fair. I would like the increase in prestige, but hopefully we'll sort that out with the war. Right, we actually at +3 stability, so let's just fill our treasury. Handy reminder that we were going to move this army. Let's combine you. Take you over here and then we'll send you over to deal with those pirates. Commonwealth locks heirs, but the ruler is only 15. Oh, right. So the claims I'd made on Florida have been taken by English West Indies. Yeah, this is fascinating. Like they're determined they're not going to stay in the West Indies. Still, I mean, that's good. I don't really care which colonial nation holds the land. I'm sure 13 colonies cares. But personally, I do not. So I'm glad they're making some progress themselves. I mean, this is the thing, hopefully at some point our intervention is going to become unnecessary. The whole point of the fight for America, for the Americas, we just want to tip the balance in favour of our colonies rather than Portugal's. Okay, yeah. That's fine. So we've got a couple for British Brazil. Do we have any for British Peru? Should we try to take the lands in the middle? And one potentially for Friesland. Ideally we want to take 4 provinces in South America so we can form a colonial nation, and we should have one more on Burgundy now. So we're thinking this because it gives us access to Switzerland. How is our relationship with the Pope? Not terrible, but could be improved. I really hope they all know what they're doing. Can sometimes found colonial nation completely wiped out because they declared war on the wrong people. No. Stop. Stop. Okay. Right, so that truce has ended. Didn't take long. Portuguese Brazil has declared war on our colony British Brazil, citing conquest as their casus belli. Right. Revolution in Kazan. The Commonwealth is the papal controller. Good time to improve relations with the Commonwealth then. And we have gained colonialism. Okay, that's a serious problem. suppose... Alright, no diplomats. Gonna have one in 37 days though. So, Portuguese Brazil, which is pretty huge, is attacking British Brazil, which is our newly formed colony. And we're gonna have to intervene again. Right, okay. Let's work this out. Nothing else. We're going to start in the north this time. I'm just splitting them up temporarily because they're taking damage. Measuring the world. Sure. Let's catch up a bit. Portuguese Peru declare war on British Peru. Holy cow, they are really going for it. Okay. Okay, I guess we've kicked off again. I think the only place we can build mercenaries is down here. So, can we enforce peace on Portuguese Peru? No, we cannot. Right, can we enforce peace on Portuguese Brazil? I seriously doubt it. We can. That's a welcome surprise. Okay, so British Peru is theoretically a little bigger now. But I can't imagine them actually managed to fight off Portuguese Peru, honestly. Just wondering about dumping a huge amount of money on them. So how were we doing before this happened? We've gone from 43 to 34 loans. I mean, that is a lot better actually. That's an immense improvement. That might even mean that we can afford to kick this war off again. So Newfoundland completely crushed Nova Hollandia. Okay. Okay, so what we need to do is get our troops into position. Quite surprised we could enforce peace on Portuguese Brazil, but not on British Brazil, on Portuguese Peru. So I would have said, if anything, Portuguese Brazil was bigger. Could be partly down to temperament, I suppose. Alright, I can't send gifts because we've still got a debt bigger than 2 years of income. That's right, that's why we haven't vassalised Albania yet. Happy to have a cardinal in administration. I'd rather unite them. Location neglected. Let's do oh, good grief. Desmond. Okay, I'm going to let it fall. Which is bad, but who's attacking Desmond right now? That's in Ireland. If it's permanent, then yeah, let's raise taxes. Do we want to raise taxes? Yeah, because admin power is very valuable. Portuguese California have declared war now. This one is like seriously kicked off. That's fine. Administration, okay. Clergy instead. I'm not at all happy about the nobility losing loyalty, but at the same time diplomatic relations are kind of useless to us. Kind of think of a global trade power would be more useful. So we're going to have some very upset nobility at this stage. Is there anything we can do about that? Try adding a privilege, maybe? Changes their equilibrium. I mean, that's nice, but the equilibrium isn't the problem, is it? It's the actual current loyalty that's the problem. I can't specifically give things to them. Yeah, I'm just going to have to lump it, I think. They're not going to be happy. Might have to make some concessions. Spend some money or something. Right, what was I doing before they started with that? Okay, I was thinking we would make another claim down here. So hoping that after this war is over, the next one might put Portuguese Peru off, because at least the other two listened to reason. So if we can take some of Portuguese Peru's lands. Just thinking, we can't build mercenaries in the north. There's only La Plata in the south where we can build them. We pretty much might as well build them in Europe. That army's doing fine there. We don't use war galleys. Wondering if we might be better off trying to get the Enlightenment to spread faster with our diplomatic power. Okay, great. Portugal declaring war, always a good thing. Right, so our manpower hasn't even nearly recovered. So I'm wondering if we should save this to do the Proclaim Holy War right at the start, so we can get some manpower, which we put in for the next Papal Controller. And yeah, we're definitely going to have to intervene. So I might tentatively start fighting up north without mercenaries. Discovered our spy network. Actually, while we're at it, I know we've got claims down in Portuguese Brazil, so let's try to make claims on Portuguese California, because these are the ones that have declared war so far. Do we have anywhere these could all sit? Probably sit there with a general, I reckon. Okay, just briefly, how is the Enlightenment progressing? Not too badly. Okay. Let's use some diplomatic power to increase it a little. Be amazed if we don't need mercenaries. Pretty sure we do, but at least this time we're starting in the north. So if we just let our ships get there, I might just rely on France and Austria in Europe for now. Probably going to have to build our mercenaries in Europe anyway. I'm actually thinking I might end the episode with the start of a war. Oh no, I don't care about them. Okay, so we've assumed leadership, which probably means we're now at war with everyone. We are. Brilliant. And we're starting with a minus 18% war score, which is just fantastic. Okay, right, let's pause there, because this war could take a while. However, one thing I am going to do is proclaim Holy War, which should allow us to recover manpower more quickly. But yeah, I think I'll leave the actual war for next episode because it's likely to take a while. Still, so one thing we have now that we didn't have is British Brazil. And while they're not going to be anything like powerful enough, it's still one extra thorn in the side of Portugal. So yeah, what we'll probably end up doing is building mercenary armies over in Europe and then shipping them over. Have to keep an eye on how things are going in Europe. But I'm hoping that France and Austria, assuming Austria come over, can hold their own. But yeah, definitely not inclined to start that off right now. So we'll do it next time. On the plus side, very happy about the number of loans we've paid off. We got down to 30 from I think 43 at the start. So I mean that was rapid, and it's only going to get rapider as time goes on. So I think we're getting there. Fairly confident we can win this. And every time we win one of these wars, the Portuguese colonies get a little less powerful and probably a little less inclined to attack us. At which point we can probably call it quits on the fight for the Americas and actually finally get over to India. Assuming we don't run out of time, because we have less than 100 years left in the game now. It finishes in 1821. So yeah, we did get rather bogged down here. But hey, that's the way it goes. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time for another big war with Portugal.